Today's hottest music, Hot 103, your boy Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon, bringing you all your favorite Latin, hip-hop, and oldies. Next week, it's already been confirmed. It's locked and loaded. I'll be joined by special guest Diamonique. Right now, though, truly an honor to be joined by one of the most lyrical Latinos to ever spit on the mic, capital I man of the Mexicans. Welcome to On a Sunday Afternoon.
Hey, what's up, man? Glad to be here. What's going on?
Chillin'. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. How did you and Sinful meet up, link up, and eventually become the Mexakinz?
Oh, man. Man, it's a long story, but I'm going to try and cut it, as short as I can. But Sinful and I, we go way back. Since I met him when I was in the 7th grade. I was rhyming back then, and at the time he was DJing. And a kid that I went to junior high school with told me that, hey, the guy, he lives right across the street. He DJs, man. You guys would be perfect together. So one day one day after school, I went over to Sinful's house, and that's when I met him. And, it just grew from there. The chemistry was there, and it just grew from there. At that time, when we were young, I was just rhyming, and Sinful was just DJing at the time. You know what I mean? But Sinful, he had like a couple of Spanish verses on deck. You know what I mean? He had it with him, and one day he just tore it up. He just came out of nowhere and he started killing it over some tracks we was just messing around with, and from that moment on, we was like, you know what? I think we're gonna tag team this hip hop industry. We're gonna see what comes out of it, and here we are. And everything in between, man, it's just been up and down, just like everybody else's life. But we here. We're about to make some noise. And I'll be looking out, Cinco de Mayo, looking out for the Mexicans' new single coming out. So got a lot of things in the work this year.
Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon, special guest, capital I man of the Mexicans. Now, would you mind holding while we go ahead and get into one of your tracks?
Let's do it.
All right, this one's become a favorite out here in Las Cruces. Get a lot of calls for requests for it. Let's go ahead and get into Instinct. Go ahead and give us the story behind it. Introduce it for everyone right here in the 575.
This song is called Instinct. It was produced by my boy Thad Hauser. He did Exhibits, Paparazzi. But this song right here is real personal to me because it was just as a young kid growing up, hanging out with his homies and doing things that young kids do. This was just a timeline in my life, and this is the outcome of it. Instinct. You know what I mean? So, Henry G.
The Mexicans, Instinct, on today's hottest music, Hot 103. Today's hottest music, Hot 103, your boy Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon, special guest, one of the most lyrical Latinos to ever do it, capital I man of the legendary Long Beach group, the Mexicans. Now, what do you want to say to all your fans right here in the 575 Las Cruces that have been down with you since back in the 90s, those original Mexicans days?
Man, I just want to let them know that we appreciate the support and love, and we know it's been a minute. There's a lot of things that's been thrown there's a lot of monkey wrenches that's been thrown in the business, but that's music, and we know it's been a minute. And come Cinco de Mayo, you guys are gonna get. Yeah, I don't like talking about it because it seems like it's been a minute that we just been talking about it, coming back and dropping this and dropping that. Well, you know what? The wait is over. We're about to drop it. So the supporters out there, for those that, have been down with us since day one, we appreciate the love, and we're not going to let you down, and just be expecting some fire to be coming out from the camp. So be ready.
Give us some insight on what it was like at the height of the Mexicans when you guys would go out on the road and tour, and also any interaction with fans that stands out to you from those times.
Well, we've been all over. We've been all over the place on this planet. One of the memories that stand out is when we went to Japan, and I think it was in Osaka, Japan. We went down there with Frost, and there was a lowrider show over there. Now, mind you, we're in Japan. We're like the flight was like 15 hours away from here. You know what I mean? It's just we're far away from home, is what I'm trying to say. And we get there to the function, and we get into the stadium, and it's all set up like it just felt like we was here in LA at a car show. And everybody over there was all dressed like, just wife beaters, creased up khakis, Cortez. Like, those guys soaked in the image over there. You know what I mean? They really loved the custom out there. And I remember Sinful. He had a Mexican flag around his neck, and we rocked the show. And when we were done, we couldn't even get off stage because the people were just cluttering it up right there. So we tried to go in the back, and I guess the owner was there with this guy that was there, and the guy wanted to buy the flag off of Sinful, and it started a bidding war right after the show behind backstage, and we I don't know how much Sinful. I don't know if he sold it or he just gave it out of respect. But those guys were just, they praised the flag, and they were. It was just an odd, weird experience. Being in Japan and just seeing the people taking the custom, and we're just so they're just so wild about wanting to take the flag off of Sin, and was starting a bidding war backstage. That's one of the things that stood out. That was kind of funny, but there's other things a lot of funny things that happen on tour, but that's one of them that stands out.
Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon. Special guest, Capital I Man of the Mexicans. Now, your boy 6 Syllables from Phoenix, Arizona. SOL Music hit me up on the Facebook. He wants to know, who's your top 5 of all time?
My top 5 of all time. All right, I'm going to give you my top 5 of all time. I'm going to say Chino XL is one. I'll say Crooked Eye. I'll say Big Pun. Number 4. Ooh, that's a good one. Number 4 is Nas, definitely, in my book. And number 5, Syllables just came in and snagged the number 5 slot. Wow. I've been hearing some of the stuff this kid has been up to, and Syllables is talented. And when he drops, you guys lend him an ear, because he's got some pretty banging music coming out.
Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon. Special guest, Capital I Man. We have much more to talk about. Before we get into another track, though, have you guys ever been out here to New Mexico, Las Cruces? Any memories out here in the land of enchantment?
I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. My dad's family's from Roswell, and we haven't been there for a minute, And my brother stays out there in Albuquerque, and Las Cruces, definitely, we got to come down there. You know what I mean? And we will. So if everybody calls in and tells Henry G to let's make something happen so we can come down there and we can all hang out, I think it's gonna be a hell of a time.
Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon. Special guest, Capital I Man. We have more to talk about. Let's get into Confessions, though. Go ahead, introduce it for everyone right here in Las Cruces.
Confessions. As a matter of fact, my boy Sinful produced this track. As well as some other tracks. Yeah, I know. This guy is a DJ. He's a producer. He's he does it all. He produced this track, and the girl that's singing the hook, her name is Kim Hill. Now, if you want to do a little homework, I'm just going to throw this out. She was the first singer. She was the first girl singer that was with the Black Eyed Peas. Before the Black Eyed Peas got somebody else, but she was with the Black Eyed Peas. She sings in the hook, and Confessions. It is what it is. And go ahead, Henry G, press play and let us confess.
Confessions, the Mexicans on today's hottest music, Hot 103. Today's hottest music, Hot 103. Your boy Henry G here with you on a Sunday afternoon. It's going down in a major way. Special guest, Capital I Man. Now, hold on, let me get the facts straight. Let me check my facts. I got the Wikipedia open. Now, you guys were initially signed to Motown Records?
Yes.
And you became the first Latin artist to be signed to Motown?
Yes, at the time, yeah. Yeah, we were the first Latin artist to sign with Motown. Motown, at that time, was coming out with a rap label for Motown. And at that time, it was called Mad Sounds. And when Motown picked us up, they put us in their rap department, which was Mad Sounds. And it was quite an accomplishment, But But it was short-lived. We only did that for one album, and we went back with our independent label, and we shot our the Mexican self-titled album out. But yeah, Motown, it was a big deal at the time, and we didn't know. We was just it didn't really hit us as much as it's hitting us now. Like, when we think about it, we're like, wow, that's a pretty big accomplishment, But at the time, we were young. All we wanted to do was just do shows and get in the studio and just rock mics. We wasn't thinking about that at the time, but yeah, it was pretty big.
Now, before we're talking about some of your memories, interaction from shows that you did back in the day as the Mexicans, are you still doing shows? Is Sinful doing shows? You guys still doing shows at all right now as the Mexicans?
We're just getting back into the swing of things. We've been doing our solo things here and there. Sinful's been doing his solo shows here and there. I've been doing my thing here and there, and then we get together. We do the Mexicans things. I mean, we're just trying to stay busy as much as we can. But this year, this summertime, it's going to get busy. It's going to crack. You're going to be hearing a lot about us in our camp. So it's exciting. I'm excited. I know you can hear it in my voice, dog.
Yeah.
But I wish I could give you a little snippet of it. I wish I could talk about it, but me and Sinful had a talk. We don't want to talk about things anymore. We just want to do it, and it's been a minute, and we're gonna get it this year. Las Cruces. This year, we might even come down there and rock a show. No, you know what? We will come down there and rock a show. Is that right, NG?
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to come down there and rock a show or what?
Yeah, we'll get you down here, definitely. We got to make that happen.
Let's do it. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm real excited. I mean, we've just been in the lab and we've just been grinding and yeah, that's it.
In addition to the new single that's dropping on Cinco de Mayo, what can listeners and Mexicans fans be expecting from the Mexicans in 2013 and beyond?
Well, expect some bangers, expect some good music, expect some talented lyricists to come from our camp. Expect big things because I know we are. We expect the big things. We got big things coming up, and we'd like to share that with everybody.
Capital I, man, it's been long overdue. Thank you for being a part of On a Sunday Afternoon right here on Hot 103 in Las Cruces with your boy Henry G. Any last thing you want to say to the fans, the listeners right here in Las Cruces?
We definitely need to come out there, that's for sure. Just be expecting, the Mexicans to be doing some things this year. Cinco de Mayo, that's going to be pretty big. And support the hip hop movement. Support your local artists, whoever that may be. Man, just want to give a fat shout out to my team out there, partner in crime, Sinful, my boy 6 Syllables out there, Joe Barone, ACP Camp. I want to give them a big fat shout out. Everybody in Las Cruces that's paying attention to the show tonight, I'll give you a shout out. Yamonique, I want to give her a shout out too. That's my girl right there. She's doing her thing. And Henry G, man, I just want to thank you for putting me on.
It's all good. Thanks for being a part of On a Sunday Afternoon. Let's go ahead and get into the Wake Up Show, the anthem. It's featuring Chino XL and Exhibit. Give us the story behind it and let us know how this one came together. Introduce it for all your fans right here in the 575.
This one right here is called the Wake Up Show. It's me, Sinful, Chino XL, and Exhibit. And how this song came about was when we was recording the Mexicans album, self-titled album. Chino XL and Exhibit were recording in the same studio we were recording at. It was called the Kitchen Sink at the time. And while we were recording our album, they were recording their album. So we would always run into each other every time when our session was done. It was either Exhibit or somebody else's, and we would run into each other. And we ran into Chino XL when we was doing when we were supposed to have our session. Chino was in there. He went a little over late, a little over his time. So we walked up in there, and that's how I met Chino. He was in there just doing this thing, and then he wanted to do a drop with us because at that time we were doing radio drops. that was the way. That was in a way kind of like a promo for us, like free promo for us. You know what I mean? That's why this song right here, the Wake Up Show, it was really a promo. It was really a promo to the show, and it ended up becoming a good song that, you know, we put it on the album. So again, when we met Chino XL, we was talking about, you know, doing a promo drop, a radio drop at the time. And we got the beat and everything, and next thing you know, we laid the verse, we laid our part, and then I think Exhibit had a session after we was laying that song. We was laying the Wake Up Show song. So Exhibit came in a little bit earlier. He heard what we was doing, so he wanted to get on. So we were like, let's just all, you know, get on the Wake Up Show cut and just smash. And that's how it all came about.
And here it is, the Mexakinz featuring Chino XL and Exhibit, the Wake Up Show on today's hottest music, Hot 103.